What's up, guys? This is NLW bringing you another discussion video, but it's gonna be a part of my very new series that I am making about why I like certain characters. Now, before I get started, let me turn down my fan. There we go. Much better. Did not want that overpowering. So, as I mentioned in my Zero Gravity video, that I am making a new series, and I already added my Knights and Toon Link ones already, and it's going to be a series based upon what character, like why I love the character as much as I do, and why I like them a lot, and it kind of gives you an idea of what it is, you know. I explained the one in the Toon Link video, about why I like Toon Link a lot. The one about Knights, why I like Knights a lot. Well, this one is going to be about Weavile, and it's been long overdue for a video finally, but it's finally happening. Oh, I was just saying I don't remember putting my Weavile check specific figure like that. Oh well. Somebody must have came into my room during the day while I was downstairs recording or something. But this video is going to be all about Weavile and nobody else. I may mention a couple things here and there about competition-wise on where they sit in the list and, you know, why that is. So currently, you know, as I didn't mention about Toon Link being where he was and Knights in the list is where she is, but Weavile he's number one. Easy, right? Not really. I love Weavile a lot, and we all know this. Weavile is my favorite Pokemon in general. But he's got a competitor who's hanging around with him. One other Pokemon that I have been talking about these last several days in videos, when I'm just playing games and just talking to myself, when I'm just listening to YouTube videos and music and going out for walks and stuff, I've been talking about this character as Victini. Victini is the only one who's been able to keep up with Weavile, but I just don't see anybody passing Weavile. Yeah, it's a tie right now, but Weavile is just a bit better, in my opinion. Now, the reason why he sits number one is, well, he's my all-time favorite character, as he should be. I don't know why I didn't find Weavile sooner. I feel like, you know, the stuff that I lost in Pokemon as far as losing the interest goes, I'm amazed it took me this long to finally get back into it. Almost a year ago, actually no, it's been about a year with the Pichu stuff, but Weavile is number one as of right now. Now, these videos may be a little shorter than my normal discussion videos, but you know what, sometimes shorter is better. But the reason why I like Weavile as much as I do is, you know, he's kind of similar to me. Yeah, it's kind of awkward comparing a Pokemon to a human being, but there are a lot of things that Weavile has that I have, you know. Just to give you guys just a couple of examples. I don't remember them all. I would have to look them up again, but I know a couple. So first thing is highly competitive. Weavile is a very highly competitive Pokemon and is used a lot in tournaments. And I obviously use him in Pokemon Scarlet and in Violet. Hopefully you guys will be getting to see some Weavile action done. Hopefully here upcoming, since I can finally use them. Thankfully, yay. getting Flareon's going to be difficult. But Weavile is, he's always wants a good challenge. And that's also something I look for. For me, when it comes to games, competitiveness or competitive play is something I'm always looking forward to. Yeah, I'm not in the tournaments and stuff, but online play is just enough for me right now. But there's just so much about Weavile that I love. Like, you know, I have a friend who really likes Weavile. I've been still doing the PokePick stuff with Weavile and the images and stuff. I've always still have been maining him #1 all the time in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You know, Weavile is just amazing, and the amounts of art of him that exist are fantastic. I've gone to different sites to find them: DeviantArt, Pixiv, and Tumblr, and some on Pinterest, but mainly DeviantArt. But Weavile, to me, strikes me as a character who always is... He's not afraid. Weavile is just not afraid to do anything. Like, he will go on and take... He is a carnivore. He will eat any meats he can get his hands on. Like, even Pokemon-wise, they will hunt down in packs and try and search down as much as they can find. It's kind of true because if you look it up, you'll more than likely find that about them, that they are carnivorous creatures. But that's what makes Weavile Weavile. You know. Another thing that I love about Weavile is, like I said, like, it's how common he is used in tournaments. I also like the fact that, you know, something I've never really brought up before, I love that he has his own trophy in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He doesn't have one in Ultimate, which I don't get it. But to me, having Weavile in Smash Bros. Brawl as a trophy, like, that game came out in 2008, and Weavile was still technically new at that point. You know, I forget which one he originated from, but he is Gen 5. Actually happens to be the same generation as Victini, believe it or not. But Weavile just strikes me as he's that one character that I could just love forever. More than anything. He's the one Pokemon I will always be able to depend on in battles, in competitions, and if I ever did a trading card game, and if I ever happen to get one, a Weavile card at some point. Unfortunately, I don't, because I've only just been collecting Pokemon cards as of about pretty much a year now. But it's just a very dependable one. I love him a lot. Not in a romantic way, no. But as far as popularity goes, absolutely takes the cake. You know, I see stuff everywhere about how much people praise Weavile for how good he is. Yeah, he has a crap ton of weaknesses, but I don't focus on that. I just think he's really cool, and he's really fun to main, he's really fun to use. Having him on a team, it always makes it. It's always reassuring when you have him on a team. Like, he is just the one Pokemon that I just can't say no to at all. he deserves to be number one for so many reasons among of what I'm saying. I mean, if you really want to look up more stuff, I have been able to find sites and stuff of all the information. He's even in the in manga as well. I think there was something about a comic, but I don't remember. Off the top of my head, I don't really remember. It's been a while ago, but he's in manga as well, which I think is cool. And manga is something I never really had an interest in. There's a couple of little panels of him that you'll find. Not a lot, but a couple. They're not too bad, coming from somebody who's not a big manga person, let alone an anime person, even though I love Pokemon these days. I have been for the last year or so. There's still a lot for me to explore with Weavile, and I'm sure there's still some things about him that I don't even know about. I mean, a zodiac sign, I believe he does have a zodiac sign. I forget which one. I think it's Virgo, but I'm probably wrong. I'd have to look it up again. I know there was a site that I found that on that determined what zodiac sign he has. It's really cool. I mean, the fact that even Pokemon have zodiac signs, you'd think it would just be like a human thing. Apparently not. And in the next video that I make, maybe I can let you all know what zodiac sign Weavile uses. I use him a lot in Pokemon Scarlet, also because, numerous amounts of types. You can use Steel, you can use Ice, you can use, anybody can use Normal. You can use Dark type, There's even, I think, Ghost types that he can use. I believe there is a ground or a fighting one he can use. I don't remember. I think there is one, but don't quote me on that. I just don't remember the name. I've come across it in Pokemon Scarlet, a very reliable source. But, unlike all my other Pokemon that I use for my teams, they can all use different ones. I mean, I'm thinking that Floatzel is probably the one that can use the least amount. But I'm trying to remember if there was any other ones. Let's see, there's Steel, there's Ice, there's Normal, there's Dark, there's Ghost. Maybe one fighting. Definitely no Fire, Electricity, or Grass, Bug. I think he can use a water one too. I think there's at least one or two water ones that he can use as well. I'm not too sure. I'd have to get back on the Switch, which I'm not going to tonight because it's late. Probably going to bed after I'm done. But I believe there is one or two water ones that he can use. And like one or two fighting ones. I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. Like I said, if I forget it, I forget it. I could always bring it up again, or bring up information I didn't say in this video, and say it in another one, and just let you in on that. But there's a lot of love about Weavile. He's always going to be a favorite of mine. I hope to get a Weavile plush of him soon. I already have the Jack Specific figure who's standing on not my TV stand anymore. He's up on my dresser, which you cannot see because it is behind the camera. Kind of moved my Pichu figures up there as well next to him, but I hope to get a Victini one as well. He is Weavile's biggest competitor right now. Weavile's biggest competitor is Victini. And I don't think that's going to change for Weavile. He'll be always out in front of Victini, but it's always close. Like, they're that close in terms of me liking them. They're that close. I'll explain more about Victini in another one of these. I will also cover Knights, or I already did that. I'll also cover Blaze. I will cover Victini. I will even cover Tetra as well. You know, and maybe a couple others here and there. This is probably not going to be a big series, but, you know, it's just kind of sharing what I like about each character, you know. But the big reason why I love Weavile is, you know, he's just so freaking awesome. Just watching him in battle in the Lucario and the Mystery of Mew movie, him showing up a couple of times, the few amounts of times that he's in there, it's a lot of the GIFs and stuff that I have on my phone for Weavile come from that movie, which I did watch that movie one night a couple months ago, and it was great. Highly would recommend it. I found it on a website on Google. But Weavile, to me, yeah, he's got a lot of weaknesses, but I don't pay any attention to those. But he's very strong, and he's very quick. He's probably one of the more speedy types, because Weavile's hunting packs at night most of the time, and usually they're pretty swift on their feet, so, I mean, you'll see stuff all the time with how fast they are. He's a quick little sucker, I'll tell you that. But personally, I think I like him more for the speed than I do the attacks. Because she's just so quick. He's not the next Sonic or the Flash or whatever, but, you know, he's probably one of the quicker Pokemon that I know of off the top of my head. There are probably speedier Pokemon than him, but he's the biggest one that I can name off instantly, so that's pretty much all I have for this. Hopefully I can keep this little mini series going. I'm not going to do every character in my top 25. I'm mainly going to focus on the ones that sit in the top 10, because those are the ones that are important to me the most. I'm not saying the other ones aren't important, it's just that I focus more on the better ones in the list than I do the ones behind the one who is in the 10th spot. And Weavile is 100% gonna always be my number one favorite character of all time and my favorite Pokemon ever. Yes, even more than Victini and legendary types as well. Weavile is the GOAT for life. And my name is NLW, Night of the Living Weavile. It's just a perfect way of shortening it. I wanted to go with a little something special with the name, so I went with Night of the Living Weavile. Basically based it off of Night of the Living Dead, but Night of the Living Weavile, it's just too perfect. You know? He is the definition of perfection. Nobody will ever top him in my list and favorites. Weavile will always remain amazing. Whether it's his moveset that people use, whether it's him in tournaments, whether it's him in merchandise, whether it's art, or just all out positive comments, I will always defend Weavile with my whole frickin' life, my soul, and my heart. He's just a very special character to me. I'm thankful that nobody has dogged on me for liking him. But I know when I was a fan of Pichu, I kind of was a little bit. A lot of people were more or less surprised and were kind of questioning about that. But You know? And I have a friend of mine who loves Weavile just as much as I do. So I hope to get Pokken Tournament DX sometime and play as Weavile all the time. Yes, that too. I'll talk more about that in another video, not this one tonight. But anyway, that's really all I've got. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Hopefully I can keep this little series running. Maybe next time we'll talk about Blaze, Victini, or Tetra, whichever one I feel like it. It doesn't matter to me. They're all great characters in my heart. Anyway, that about wraps up this video. That went pretty well, I'd say. You know, kind of gave good information. I could have given more, but I kind of wanted to base it off the stuff that I knew off the top of my head. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit up the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, The Great Sanays. Check out all my YouTube videos. I do have playlists, always. And be sure to do everything I just said. It does help out a lot. I always appreciate the support and feedback. And that, I'll see you guys in the next one. NLW saying, catch you guys in the next one.